The Wheat School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by CNMC, Syngenta Canada, and the Alberta Wheat Commission.
Peter Johnson at Wheat Pete, RealAgriculture.com, and I'm back out in a wheat field. It's awesome. It's March. The wheat is greened up. It's growing. Things are excellent. And with all the meetings that have been canceled, I actually have time to get out and look at the wheat. This is so much fun. A new thought process. It's been in my back of my brain for a long time, but man, the day you plant your wheat in the fall, that's the day you decide your nitrogen management strategy. So we're in a wheat field here close to Woodstock, and there's two different planting dates. And it's just the way that the fall of 19 worked out. There's two different planting dates, massive difference in the wheat development. So let's start with this whole thought process. I've got samples here, and we'll show you the fields, but here we have wheat planted on the 10th of September, just outside of Woodstock. Look at that wheat crop, how massive it is. Gosh, we have between 8 and 10 tillers per plant. If you put early nitrogen on this wheat and you try to hang on to all those tillers, all you're going to do is make that wheat lodge. You can already see how much growth we're getting there. And it's gosh, the 7th of March today, and it's already thicker than your lawn. It's brown on the top because it's had so much growth, the wind damage, and a bit of snow mold even. So this wheat, you have to wait with your nitrogen until late April. Let it lose a few tillers, otherwise lodging is going to be just a huge potential. Then we move to this wheat. Now this is the sweet spot. This is wheat that is planted the 23rd of September. We're looking at somewhere 4 to 5 tillers per plant. This wheat, it's got lodging potential, and that's partially because of the variety. So that's the other thing that you have to pay attention when you plant your wheat. This is B654, an excellent yielding wheat variety. It's got great attributes, lots of good going for it. Its weakness is lodging. So I have wheat that's like this. I really don't want to push early nitrogen because it's thick enough that I could let a couple of tillers drop off. I don't want a lot of tillers drop off. So this is the perfect candidate for split nitrogen. Let's put some nitrogen on, but not too much, kind of that mid-April time frame, and save the rest of it into May once we get into stem elongation, that growth stage 32. Manage lodging with split nitrogen. You can also use growth regulators, but the best nitrogen or the best growth regulator is nitrogen. So that's the perfect candidate there. We move, so that was 4 or 5 tillers on September 23rd. We move to this wheat. This is September the 30th. This is the wheat here, September the 30th. Again, still B654, still some lodging concern, but we're down to, on average, 2 tillers per plant. That amazes me. That is a 7-day planting difference, and we have 3 tillers difference in growth. That is just astounding. This wheat, we don't want to lose any tillers. We're right where we want to be. So we want to make sure we get some nitrogen on here in reasonable time. Again, 654, lodging concern. So probably we would split nitrogen on this wheat as well, just to avoid that lodging. But you know, realistically, this could probably do with just one application because we've just got the right number of tillers, the right number of stems out there per square foot. And then we get into this wheat. So this is October the 10th, right here. And of course, this was planted different. Why? September 2019 was horrendous in terms of trying to get the edible bean crop off. So they got so far, they planted what they could. This wasn't off. October the 10th. Look at the difference in this wheat. 0 tillers. 0 tillers, just 3 or 4 leaves per plant. And so this wheat needs early nitrogen. In fact, I wish there was already 50 pounds of nitrogen on this wheat crop to try to stimulate those those spring tillers. Are spring tillers the same as fall tillers? No, look at the difference. I mean, gosh, these fall tillers, they're massive. They're going to be as big a head as the main head. The spring tillers, you can see from this picture, spring tillers don't bring as much to yield, but we still need them. We don't have enough heads here. So in this case, 50 pounds of nitrogen early, absolutely. Get it on once the snow is gone and try to stimulate those spring tillers, and then save the big shot for kind of late April. This wheat will not lodge. Number one, it's a different variety. It's R74. R74 is another excellent wheat variety, but lodging potential is much reduced. So I'm not worried about lodging. I can put early nitrogen on here and not worry about nitrogen making the wheat crop go flat. So it's just been a fantastic week for me because I've been able to be in wheat fields and I've learned so much. Even though I sort of knew it before, it really does come down to when the day you plant your wheat, you already know what your nitrogen management strategy has to be, given that you get a reasonably normal fall. Peter Johnson at WheatPete, RealAgriculture.com, and whatever you do, grow great wheat.